Adrian, this is Dennis Clark, and we're going to review your video, which since you're self-quarantined, you'll have plenty of time to review now. Just remember that as you get more into the game and a little more time to play it, the things I've pointed out you'll benefit from. To make changes in a few days is difficult if you've not had much formalized instruction, or if you're basically self-taught and relatively new to the game, or a very sporadic player. Golf is a game that is very time-consuming, as you know, but if your schedule would allow you and David to get out there a little bit more, even if it's 9 holes a few nights a week or something like that, and get to a driving range, practice the things that I gave you. I know you're going up to the cold environment again, but hopefully your season will break. Because I think when I see people in the winter schools who come down for the winter break and take the instruction, if there's a gap between now and when your season gets rolling, it acts as a detriment or a setback to the progress. So keep this video handy, refer to it as often as possible, watch golf on TV. And particularly watch the models in terms of what you're learning and what we're asking you to do for your own game. Okay, so don't reach for the ball. That's a biggie. When you reach this much, when there's a big gap here between your arms and your body, it's going to cause you to lose balance. So try to discipline yourself to come in a little bit closer than that and taller. That would be a big help for you. And as you swing the club, we had some progress this week because you were very closed at the top, and that's the reason that a lot of your shots go low. They go low and they go left. And the reason is when that club gets up to the top, we want it what I call rolled open. We call it fanning it open to a better position there. So as you take it back, instead of the club looking down at the ball there, you want to let it roll open and look over to the right a little bit more. So that would be in your right arm. Remember, with your grip too, we made your left thumb a little longer on the club. I did that on Monday, and each day we reminded you of it. I believe it was Monday, maybe Tuesday, but we did make your left thumb longer. And if you roll that open and get that club to a position which looks like there, you'll be able to come down through the ball and not have to, and be able to what we call release the club, not have to hold on to the club. Because in the shut face program that we had when you first came, if you were to freely swing the club through the ball, it would have no loft to it. So that's what we worked on. We worked on getting the loft on the club. And you had progress this week. The other thing I want to encourage you to simultaneously, and I know it's a lot to think about at once, but you can work on these one at a time, is to try to keep the structure, your balance, your posture throughout the whole thing. Don't let your body go up or down too much. And I know it's a function of the way the club face used to be. You had to do that. But now that we're getting you a little more stabilized over the club face, it should help your balance, and you should be able to swing at it a little more freely. You don't have to go too far. I mean, right about there would probably be plenty, really. You're much more in control of it if it doesn't go back there too far behind you. That extra little bit at the end there is causing you some problems. Let's say, and that too, is when your arm breaks down a little bit, that it can go long, but when it goes long, when the right arm collapses that much, this arm gets more than a 90-degree fold in it, your swing will be a little bit long. I would continue too to work on your downswing, and above all, get your arms back to where you started when you come down. So that would be there, and not there. So it's a lot of lunging out toward the ball. So really simplify it. You don't have to do it hard. You were swinging well beyond your capability at this point. I think you're strong and you're physically capable of giving it speed, but we have to do it first at a speed that we can think about it. So you don't want to do it too much. It's if you just get up there and swing, say, for half the distance of a club, you'll start to drop your arms instead of lunge out. When I see that type of a motion out at the ball, it's generally when you're trying to hit it very hard. See how the angle of the club changes dramatically there? It's on this angle to start with, and it's on that other angle when you come through. There and there. So that's that's generally a result of having that club face closed too, but you'll be able to feel your arms drop down much more naturally. And once we get that club face into a square position and you don't use the body. I recommend hitting a lot of balls with your feet touching and feeling your arms and club swing through the ball. And trying to keep your posture as steady as possible. Okay? Alrighty. Good luck. I enjoyed having you in the school, and we wish you luck with your golf.